Let's now get familiarized with the syntax of an insertion query. So insertion query generally has an insert into statement that is used to add new records into a table within a particular database. The syntax is as follows. There are two basic syntaxes of insert into statements which generally that's been used and encountered. The insert into table and the column followed by each of the column names separated with comma. Then using the value keyword, we are entering with respect to every column values the respective fields. So with column field 1, it corresponds to the value 1. With column field 2, it corresponds to the value 2, and it goes on. So now let's understand certain examples of how we can make use of an insertion query. So we can see for this particular, any corresponding to any particular database, we can make an insertion of a particular table with respective fields, and followed by the table has been inserted, means created. We can insert the values into the particular table. So here in this particular, there's a table called customers where we need to insert with values ID, name, age, address, and salary as a respective column fields with respect to particular row. And so for this case, we have the syntax as insert into customers. So each of the fields, then followed by the values keyword. Then after that, corresponding to the ID, we have one here. Corresponding to the name, we have Ganesh. Corresponding to the age, we have 32. Corresponding to the address, another name, and corresponding to salary, we have 2000. So correspondingly, other insertion queries are doing the same thing. So correspondingly, with ID, it is 2, name, it is Kiran, age, it is 25, address, it is 20, and salary, it is 7,500. So correspondingly, the third one is also using the same format, and the fourth one also using the same format. But like this, we can for sure the page we have this WhatsApp Management Studio, and we need to debug these insertion queries there. So we can revisit the page where we have this WhatsApp Management Studio. And yeah, so we can see it's a catalog customer database name with the persons as a table over here. And with corresponding to 4, we have already been inserted with the ID value 4. It has already been logged up, inserted. Now for the 5, we can make a particular changes and make an insertion. We can name it as Mark as the name of the person, then followed by the location. We can name it as Paris. Then we can name the age as 54, and we can make the salary as 1,20,000. So in the catalog customer database, the person is going to get reside with the values as such is being given here. Then we need to give an execution key, and see we can see the one who has got affected successfully. And so we can revisit the table, make the table tab. So it's empty now, but we need a triggering option where to execute the SQL query here. So we can see the 5 is now available. Or we use the same restructuring of the queries required for getting the entire thing done once again. So it is select star from the table name. So this would be an easy option to get the updated side of each of the new entries that's coming up. And accordingly, we can give an execution key. So there's a 4 rows on the get affected. So the select statement has come up in this result tab. So we can see the 5th option is available here. Now we can correspondingly make an insertion for the value 5. For the value 5, for the value 6, we can go on entering the values correspondingly at the respective fields. So we can make a copy paste of the entire code, and we can make select a choice of the fields accordingly one after the other. So we cover the 6. We can name it as Mark Zuckerberg. We can name it as Switzerland. Age we can name it as 64. And the salary we make it as 56. 2300. So accordingly, other fields also we can make the slight modifications. for the 7. You can name it as Mark Becker. You can name it as Germany. That distribution name. Age we can make it as 64. And salary so and so. And for the ID value 8, we can make a certain changes over here. Market depth, then followed by Switzerland. For Sweden, we can name it as Sweden. That district Sweden, then followed by age, we can name it as 55. Then salary, we can make it as 8 to 3 years. And accordingly, we can do a debug. So correspondingly, we can see after 5, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields available. And 6, 7, 8 will get inserted into this table. Table. We can do an execution. We can see that 6, 7, 8 is now available. So this is the simple way how an insertion query works.